What's happening, people? It's the part 1 of the pen tool series. Today, the first episode, we're going to be going over outlining, just going over how to outline an image. We're going to go from this to that. No more talking, it's quite easy. Let's go. Alright guys, so I'm going to get straight into Photoshop. You want to open up the image. It's provided in the download link. So you go to Photoshop, do your shortcut to open, and you want to open the image. I've already got mine open, let's get straight into it. So if you watch the introduction, you know where the pen tool is. You want to click it. Now here, you have fill and stroke. You're going to go straight to the stroke. Now mind you, if you don't see this, you'll have an option which I've showed already, selection, path or shape. Just click straight into shape and do as follows. So for now, we're going to keep the stroke at 0. We're going to zoom in to the image, where to start the first anchor point. Start at either end at the bottom. So you zoom straight in. Now as it's the outline, you still want to get close enough to outline the whole image, but you don't need to make it as perfect as you think you do. So let's start with the first anchor point and let's go in. Now quickly, when needing to curve using the pen tool, you simply, from one anchor point, you just click and you hold, and it will allow you to freely move and curve. We just want to slightly curve to the other finger, there, and again. Then you continue. You can still use straight lines, but curve when needed. Now remember, if you feel like you can't see or the background interrupts the actual image, just zoom in and try and find it. Once you find it, you can zoom back out and you'll get the idea of where the body is and where you need to outline. Now, as for the hair, as you can see, the woman has curly hair. You can still make it out. You do the best you can. You don't want to just go over it at all. You want to actually go around the hair, and this bit you can take your time on. When you have strands of hair like that, I think for this part you won't have to worry too much, as the outline will most probably cover the little strands that are hanging out. Or if you have extra hairs here, you'll understand that you won't have to be perfectly going over them. You can focus more on that in other parts. Once you've done the hair, just want to follow the outline of the clothes to the other end. Don't forget every time, if you make any mistakes, or show the keyboard shortcuts of what you can do to undo and continue. So we've reached the other end. Now with the last anchor point, just want to join it to the first one, click, you have the whole selection there. Now if you go back to your stroke, put any number in there, as the image is quite a big size image. Let's do 75. Now as you can see, we have a stroke that showed up. We also have these parts. How do we correct that? So to the right of that, over here, when you click into stroke options, you have the align. The align will show within inner and outer stroke. You want to go for the outer stroke. You also want to make sure the caps and the corners are rounded. That'll give it a smooth effect. Zoom out. The last thing you can do, on the layers panel you see your shape right there. You're going to click it, go back to the pen tool, and bring this all up. If you want, you can change the colour of the stroke. I'm going to leave my yellow. I think it looks quite nice. And just like that, there you have it. That's the outline image. Now that we have the image here, part of the series, I'm going to need everyone to follow these steps. This is very vital for part 2 and for future reference. You want to save the file now. So go to File, Save As. I'm going to save it here as part 1 image. Something simple. You want to make sure this, when it's saved as type, it's got to be a Photoshop file. Click Save. OK. And that's saved. Now we can move into part 2 where we'll use this image, save you loads of time. I hope it's helped. I look forward to part 2 where we're going to fill the image. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. That's it. Thank you.